Well, cab's back on the frame. Ooh, it's a workout. Even with the backhoe. Jumping in and out, lining things up constantly. But anyway, yeah, you can see the rear is in epoxy prime. This is not final primer, just for now, protection. Springs epoxy primered. The frame's been all epoxy primered and urethane primered. Still got to do my brace for the gas tank. Haven't done that yet because it runs a Blazer tank in this truck. All these bolts are just temporaries because I'm using button heads and they're really expensive, so I don't need those right now. Just like right now, I'm using the old GM mounts. I had replaced these like 25 years ago. They're still actually fine, but I'm putting all new mounts. And you see the cross members back in. You can see where I fixed the floor. So this was expanded rust between this and that metal plate between the mount underneath. So I just cut the floor out, placed the floor piece, the little piece that goes between the mount and there. These were cut out like 20 something years ago when I did front floor supports, and I coated the inside. I cut the floor open and coated them inside. Same thing on that side. In the back, there's my old gun rack and bow rack, whatever I was using it for at the time, depending on the day. This is some of the structure I built. This is the original piece of roof. And then I folded the cab, just like a bedside. There's inner structure built into it. Behind here, there's 16 gauge. It's a shelf. It comes up, over, down, and backside and spot welds to the cabin here. And then this went on top. And then I put these braces in. And that's why you see the floors cut here, because I ran it through here. I welded it to the inner brace, and then I went forward into the front floor brace. And that's how I ran it for many years. Now, I didn't want to see those braces that I made, square tubing. So I had these boxes I built that look similar to Blazer boxes. Wasn't looking for them to be exact, but just similar. Looks more like GM built it that way because it is mostly Blazer roof. Yeah, here's that piece I was thinking about. I had to replace that piece on this side. The other side was still good. It wasn't terrible. I didn't do floor pans. All I did was the rockers and cab corners. Inner rockers this time. Last time I didn't have to. And you can see, like I said, here's where the cap bolts on, just like a Blazer. I made the back of the roof now. I did not get fussy when I did this. This was a using four-wheel drive truck at the time. And so you can see, I don't know if you see the texture coating I put on it back then. This had a sunroof in it, someone cut in, I had to fix that. So I got rid of the sunroof hole. I did not get fussy with bodywork back here. You can see marks. This time I'm going to get fussy and take care of all those marks. But when I glassed it, I really didn't care. Texture coat, good enough, use the truck. And then there's your windshield off the Blazer. It'll stay focused. I can't see in so bright sunlight out here. But this will have all new trim, just like a normal, newer Blazer. So it's going to have plastic trim comes down the side. You can't see, but this is where I spliced it back in the day, up in here. Well, when I do them, I cut them up here on the outside, the factory seam, and right through here, somewhere near the factory seam. And then if you come down here, you can see the inside don't know if you can see it. I stagger the weld, stagger the cut. It's a lot stronger. It lines up the windshield frame really good. This is the color it was going to be back then. I'm probably still doing the same color. But all that's got to get stripped and redone. The firewall's got to get stripped. I am not making flat firewall. I don't care about any of that crap. I do want to LS swap it. We'll see. If I do, I probably will still leave that heater box and just put an AC one inside and try to leave that one so it looks more original. I just don't care about flat firewall. I seen a guy in a Firebird do the same thing. Left the heater box, replumbed the piping a little bit. Had heat and AC, but still a factory box. There's a long way to go in this truck. But all new spring bushings, plastic slides in the springs. I don't know, everything's getting replaced. I have all stainless lines got to go in next. The gas lines I'm gonna have to make, get a tank in it, make the lines, run them, and then send them out to have them made in stainless. Same thing with the e-brake cables. You can get these done in stainless too, and I will be. I did years ago. I had a custom one built in stainless because I put a 71 GMC onto a 90 Suburban, and I had to have a different pedal end inside the cab compared to the outside. I was using two different designs. There we go. Cab's back on, at least for now. And I do have the wrong rear tilt. I just don't care. So I still have the wipers on the dash, which actually don't really work for wipers. The switch is there. I use the column switch. For some reason, the squirters don't work from the column switch. So I usually use the squirters on the dashboard one. Don't know why. Didn't care back then, it just worked. Anywho, at least it's back on the frame so I can get the doors on it and put it away for winter.